good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Gun. Man, we about to fly all the way to Houston, Texas. And yeah, we not going to a turkey legs hut. Shout out to them. We dealing with my boy. Drum roll, please. Young Pharoah. Mister, I got the Mike Tyson tattoo on my side of the face. That shit look crazy, but you my boy though. Man, Young Pharoah, stop the show, Dima. Sad music. Man, Young Pharoah been going through a lot of shit, family. I don't know if he just, he been drinking, or he just ho-tepping and Allah and sailing. I don't know what he doing, but he going through something. And really, he's going through a real bad situation with Golden Beauty, his baby mama. But outside of saying that he don't want to be black no more, he tired of these hoes, he tired of you simps, he tired of black people. Young Pharoah said yesterday that he's tired of dealing with black women. And from now on, he's not dealing with black women no more. Can I get a aw sound effect? Aww. Now come on, y'all, like, we as black men have all probably had some level of frustration with black women. But Young Pharoah, I believe that he's going towards this particular situation because he keeps talking about it. He keeps reiterating the fact that black women have been, a real big issue for him. He's tired of dealing with them. And one of the things he says in this car video is that he has always tried to give black women the benefit of the doubt, especially the ones who live in the lower class. But it's black women who have always dropped the ball. Now, that sounds very interesting. It seems like it's all their fault, not his fault. But let me continue. I'll come with music. So he also says this, and I'm kind of just, giving it for layman's terms or in the very most simplistic way I can say it. The first baby mama that he was dealing with, she was broke. She was dusty as hell. She worked at McDonald's, okay? And he used to steal her car or use her car to sell weed to everybody, right? And it was her who wanted to be with him. Stop the show. Just like most of you ladies who watch me on this channel want to be with me. Bruh. And like I said, it's not your fault. I'm a good looking nigga, so I see how I got there. But anyways, she wanted to be with him, according to Young Pharoah, right? And he got her pregnant, got a baby, and he ended up going to prison for like 3.5 years. And when he came out of prison, he had changed his life. He wanted to do certain things. And then she didn't want to change the life with him. And he found out that when she was supposed to be going to the gym, she was actually walking around the street corner and dealing with her ex-boyfriend. And the ex-boyfriend was, booty clapping sounds. Yeah, the ex-boyfriend was hitting that, right? And Dima, give me some African music. So one night, Young Pharoah, he woke the fuck up, right? And the ancestors told him, my son, your girl is getting hit from the back, right? Like, I guess one of the African ancestors said that. So he woke her up, right? Like, give me like some shaking sounds, Dima. He like woke her up, like, bitch, get up, right? Something like that. And she woke up and he said, the ancestors told me you over here getting hit from the back. Booty clapping sounds? All of that, right? So she started, sad music, yes, I'm been getting hit from the back and the ancestors. So then he broke up with her, okay? Can I get an aw sound effect? Aww. Cool. So let's go on to the next chick, which was Golden Beauty. Now, him and Golden Beauty got together, and him and Golden Beauty was doing threesomes and everything like that, like booty clapping sounds. So they was just getting it in like one big happy family. But Young Pharoah was saying he always wanted to be polygamous. But Golden Beauty was another lady. I guess she was also hella broke and ashy, right? So he gave her an opportunity, like he took care of her for like 5 years. He gave her like $15,000 to start a business. She messed it up. He gave her some money to buy a car. She messed it up. And, he did all the stuff to elevate her, and she ended up messing it up because basically, according to young Pharoah, she's a bum. So due to these two experiences, two different baby mamas, these two women are enough for young Pharoah to throw all the black women in the same bus. Now stop the show. We're not going to do what Cynthia G does over here, young Pharoah. We're going to be real, right? I'm not going to be able to let you, Mr. The Black Woman Was God, like last year, to throw all black women under the bus because you had two bad experiences with two baby mamas that you chose. The reality is, I've had bad situations, and yes, you do have chicks out here in the community that ain't worth shit. But the reality is, why are you dealing with women who are not on the ambitious level that you're trying to be on yourself? You said yourself that you were dealing with lower class women that dropped the ball. Well, what did you expect, right? I mean, people who are in the middle class typically don't want to deal with people who are like in poverty, right? Not because they're bad people, but it's just because they're not on the same level, all right? People who are very wealthy typically don't deal with people in the middle class or hang out with them, not because they're bad people, but they're just not on the same level of thinking. They would figure that a wealthy person doesn't have the same mindset of a middle class person, and maybe an upper middle class person wouldn't have the same mindset of a lower class person. And this is what I'm talking about with black men generalizing their experiences with women, or in case black women in the case of this, when you are absolutely choosing the ladies that you're dealing with. All right, as black men, we always blame sisters or correct sisters when they have a baby, like, certain people do over here, and then hate the men they complain about, but they baby daddy got 5 kids by somebody else. When they do that, what do we tell them? You're complaining about the problem that you created. So don't blame black men for your decisions. Likewise, young Pharoah says, because of these two baby mamas, and I'm just really generalizing it, he could be talking about more women than that. But these women, they're not business people. They're not business minded. They're not my caliber of people. They're not on the same level as me. So because they're not who I want them to be, then I'm not going to deal with black women anymore. I'm going to deal with non-black women. Well, the same problem that you're going to have is with non-black women too, because those non-black women are going to be in the same class, right? People in the same class typically act the same way regardless of race. For example, I'm in Poland now. You have people who in Poland who are white and Polish and at the very bottom of society. Would you expect them to behave differently than somebody African American at the same bottom of society? They're going to have the same attributes, the same behaviors. Now, they may have different cultures, but the behaviors that they elicit are going to be the same, right? And this is what young Pharoah's trying to do. He's saying that me dealing with poorer black women who don't come from very much, and I'm a man that has some money, me dealing with them makes me not want to deal with black women. But instead of young Pharoah raising up his standards for what the women should be dealing with in his life, he should be expecting them to do this, but they're not doing that because all he expects them to do is have threesomes and be in polygamous relationships. That's all you're requesting them to do, so they don't do anything else. But if you raise your standards as a man, then you wouldn't even have to deal with them, right? And that's one thing that black men gotta start to do. You cannot blame people who are not what you want and expect them to be what you want them to become, because they're never going to become what you want them to become because they don't have the potential to do that. You have high standards for yourself. If they can't meet them, you don't even talk to them. They shouldn't even be able to access them. But you can be up here and come down here and then, okay, well, you want to be in a polygamous relationship because you're poor, you can be with me. And then, oh, if you don't end up being nothing, then what? Then that basically, I'm mad at you, I'm gonna dog you out. You're pretty much saying at that particular point that you're afraid to do better for yourself. There's plenty of men in the black community that won't even touch the kind of chicks that young Pharoah deals with. Won't even look at them, won't even give them a look. They can't even be accessed. because they're not what they want. So they won't even deal with those chicks. But young Pharoah wants to blame his problems on the women that he complains about, but yet you still having sex with them. And that doesn't make any damn sense. So as black men, we can't complain about having certain issues when we're out here doing the same shit. So guys, gotta get up out of here. It's too hot in here and my yellow sweater getting kind of musty, but I do appreciate you guys for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment pinned to the top. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.